Good morning. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's your boy flippinstoop. It was funny. I just didn't even realize I was making a live video in the background when I was. But here in Michigan, holy cold. Yesterday, I was out washing our vehicle. It was almost 50 degrees out. I know that's not like really super warm, but it's the warmest day we had in a while. And the car got salt and everything on it, so I decided to wash it. And here today, it feels like it's 29 degrees. I mean, from 50 to 29. Pretty significant difference. That's why you hear the heater in the background down here where I'm working. But today what I wanted to go over, guys, is eliminating distractions. And the reason I feel that is so important is even if we think we don't have distractions, we got distractions, right? Like, now I'm going to go over some of my distractions that I'm working on eliminating right now. Number one is the use of my cell phone for the first 2 hours I'm awake, right? You might see that as very minuscule, but what Facebook, what Instagram, what YouTube, what all these platforms does to your mental actually capacity. I was just researching a video yesterday. The doctor in the I can't think of the doctor's name. I'm sorry for that. In the PhD, they were both going over how much social media is making people more ignorant. Like, it is actually making them less intelligent, right? Why? Because we are comparing ourselves to everybody else in the world. We feel incapable of more. There's a bunch of different fathoms why, but listen now, that's not taking away that platforms can't be a powerful tool, right? Because they are. eBay's a platform, super powerful tool. eBay is a platform, super powerful tool. I'm using it right now, right? YouTube, same thing here on YouTube. It's a powerful tool. It's when you use it and how you use it, right? So I have a habit of waking up instantly in the morning. But before I even use the bathroom, I'm grabbing my phone and checking my eBay. I'm checking my bank account. I'm checking if anybody made any comments on the videos. I'm checking all this stuff on social media where I haven't even gave myself any time to myself, right? Whatever your mornings look like and however you gather your mornings. But I want to throw that's kind of where I want to go with that, and throw in another aspect of it is what are you doing with your first 30 minutes to an hour of your day? I ask that because that is the most powerful point of your day. If you start your first 30 minutes off hating life, hating the fact that you got to be up, hating the fact that you got to list another item, hating, like, you are not going to like your life, right? It's going to be miserable. And I don't want anybody to be a reseller that's miserable. Like, if you're miserable in what you're doing, it's not necessarily reselling that's making you miserable. It's your distractions basically that are making you miserable. It was doing it to me. It's done it to me in the past before, and I remembered I was wondering. There was a time about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, where I felt unstoppable, right? And I'm not saying our business is doing terrible or anything like that, but I mentally felt unstoppable. Like, I could accomplish anything I ever wanted to accomplish in my life, and nobody could stop me, right? I felt powerful, and I started remembering how I did that and what led me up to feeling that way. And number one was not grabbing my cell phone in the morning. And you think that's a joke? If you think that's a joke and it's funny and something to laugh at, try to wake up this morning or tomorrow or the next day, and don't grab your cell phone for the first hour. Don't touch it. Don't pick it up. Don't do nothing. You're going to feel lost because you're not going to know what to do. Cell phone is such a powerful addiction. It can be an excellent tool. I'm not saying it's not a great tool, guys, but it is such a powerful addiction. It messes you up all over the place. And for example, I see resellers talking about they got to respond to this, they got to respond to that as they're listing items, right? You do not have to do that. When you are working, you do not have to check your notifications on Facebook. You don't have to check your instant message. It's none. You know what? You are busy. You are at work. You are working on your eBay business. It is not time for you to associate with Tom, Dick, and Harry that's trying to message you on Messenger. I'm just trying to. I'm working on it myself right now, guys. Is eliminating all distractions. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy task because we're designed now. Everybody's got a cell phone. I mean, 10-year-olds are running around with cell phones, guys. 8-year-olds are running around with cell phones. Like, I mean, if you don't got a cell phone, you need to ask yourself why. Because they give them away for free. But the thing is you have to ask yourself what that urge is the first thing in the morning. It's a habit, and it's not easy to break, right? This morning, I started out by doing an hour a day without touching my phone. This morning, I tuned it up to 2 hours. I was able to get everything I needed to get done in the morning time. That's including my exercise. That's including eating. That's including brushing my teeth, washing my face, everything else. That's including prepping for this video. That was including responding to offers. Well, no. I didn't respond to offers because then I would have been using my phone, right? But I got my exercise done, everything I needed to get done, and time to read in 2 hours, right? I got a lot done in 2 hours. If you zero out the distractions, a lot of time when it's taking us 6 to 8 hours to list items, it's because of your distractions. It's got nothing to do with if you were focused and zeroed in on what you were doing and you didn't break from that point until you were done listing, you would probably be doing 10, 15 items an hour, right? Within a period of time. So I strongly believe in think about what's distracting you and start working on eliminating that. And it may seem difficult in the beginning. Like I said, I just used a cell phone for an example. There could be a million other distractions. Maybe when you wake up, you got to take care of your kids. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right? There could be people knocking at your door. There could be phone calls coming. I mean, there could be numerous things outside of Facebook and everything else, right? Like, I'm not knocking any of them platforms, period. They're powerful tools. They helped actually build this group to going on 2,400 people. And what I wanted to mention, guys, in this group, I'm not accepting a lot of people because they don't have a real face on their profile, and there's too many scammers out there. And as well, people ain't answering all the questions. If there's anything that says no response, I automatically decline it. That's not being a jerk. We had some issues in the past with some people that were in the group for the wrong reason. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to say every reason I believe they were in a group, but they were not in there with good intentions. They were in there to get into people's stuff and tinker with it and put money in their pocket from you. So I eliminated all that shit. So if you don't fill out them 5 questions, they're very simple. If you can't, my belief is if you can't take the time to fill out 5 questions, then I mean, there's no need for you to be here anyways, right? And if they're cocky, I don't want anybody cocky in the group, right? I don't want anybody like, well, duh. If you're saying duh to a question, I'm eliminating you. You're not there. Your attitude's wrong. We don't want that attitude in here. I'm not saying your attitude's wrong for you. Be you. Do whatever you do in life. But this group is to help each other out, help each other grow, be positive. And if you're saying duh to one of the questions to get into the group, you're going to say that to somebody's comment, and it could affect them and make them quit reselling. So no, your words do impact people. So if you're going to act like that on the questions to get in this group, I'm definitely not accepting you. And if that hurts your bubble, go ahead and let it rent space in your head all day long because it's renting none in mine. That's just the way I am. I don't believe in sarcasm for building people up. It doesn't work. It tears them down. It feels like they're worthless. It makes people feel less of themselves. And then, I mean, I've literally watched people give up in life over comments like that. So that won't be allowed in the group. And again, guys, if you want to act like that in public, I mean, you reap what you sow, right? The seeds you plant are the seeds you get. You dish out sarcasm like that all day, and most of the time it's not sarcasm. I'm not going to be a teacher or a psychologist and tell you why you're doing that. You figure that out for yourself. I used to be that same way. It does no good for the people around you. Okay, so if that's what you're trying to bring into the group, you won't be accepted, bottom line. But moving on is I'm working my hardest in our business on staying focused on the tasks that matter throughout the day. How many of your guys say, okay, for an example, I'm going to use millionaires for an example, and I'm going to use average Joes like me, right? For an example. Okay, so how many thoughts do you think I have a day? Like, we have anywhere from 3,000 to 3 million thoughts a day. How many thoughts do you think a millionaire has a day? They got about 6. Why do you think that is? It's the whole focus game, guys. It's all a game of what you can focus on, right? They know they need the top 6 priorities that they focus on are the only thing that matters. I'm not saying they don't have ever any other thoughts that come in their head ever, but they find a way to kick them out because they are unimportant. A lot of our thoughts throughout our mind every single day, guys, are very invalid, and they rent space in our head, and they take us somewhere throughout that day where we shouldn't be going. Right? If you can focus on packaging items, sourcing, customer service, listing your items, no cell phone in the morning. You know what? I'm not going to tell you how to do that. That's up to you. But that really does impact people when the first thing they do is jump up and grab their phone. It does. I've seen it. I've seen it in myself, right? I can't say for you, but there's 8 billion people in the world. I'm almost guaranteed that I'm not the only one in the world that this has happened to. So focus on the important things in your day, of your business, right? Get it done, get zeroed in focus, get your tasks done so you can have the remainder of your day to do whatever, right? Whatever you choose to do, your leisure activity, your family time, whatever else, right? Maybe you don't got family, I don't know. But stay focused and eliminate. The biggest thing about this whole conversation here was staying focused and eliminating distractions. And you guys, some of you guys are laughing watching this video saying that cell phones are a distraction. Think about how much people got done 30 years ago when not everybody had cell phones. 20 years ago. People would get so many times. When you've seen your friends, you were excited to see them, right? People know everything you're doing anymore on social media. I know what people are doing that I don't even want to know what they're doing. Right? Like, I don't even care to have time to know what you're doing or Tom, Dick, and Harry's doing, right? So think about, instead of making a joke out of it, like this dude's talking about how a cell phone, putting your cell phone down for the first 2 hours of your day and focusing on you and where you need to go throughout your day can help you on eBay. It most definitely can. If you don't believe it, talk to some of the high achievers. See how often their cell phone is in their hand throughout the day unless they're taking pictures. It's not. They're focused on the task at hand, and they're getting to work. Your cell phone is your biggest distraction you have. It's your boy Flippin' Soup. I hope you guys have a rocking, progressive day. Progressive. Progress brings happiness, guys. Progress brings happiness. Make progress in your business, and you'll be excited to build your business, right? If you're not making any progress in your business, it's a dreadful task that sucks. Right? If you are not making progress in your eBay business whatsoever, it is dreadful. Right? Even people like, we'll talk about Tech and Sports, for example, right? He does 250 listings a day. He's still making progress because of the amount of, he's been listing that amount of items forever. But he's still making, eBay's still catching up to the amount of items that he's listing a day. Right? So he is still making progress. You don't ever hear Tech and Sports talking on YouTube about how miserable he hates eBay. He looks at it as an opportunity. He zeroes in, he gets focused, and he gets to work. Right? That's what it is. Think about when, like, you'll see, I'm going to use another prime example of distractions. Watch a modern day home builders, right, opposed to the Amish, build the exact same structure. I can guarantee the Amish are going to knock that out faster, and they don't have the machinery that the modern day people have today. How is that possible? No distractions. They don't have cell phones in their hand. They're not playing around with cell phones and wasting 90% of their day. They're zeroed in, focused on what they're doing. They're getting in, they're getting out. All right, man. It's your boy Flippin' Soup. I hope I brought some value to you guys today. If I did, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button. If not, if you did not like the video, hit the dislike button. It's your boy Flippin' Soup. Till next time.